Look where we're at, everybody. We decided to come to Washington, D.C. I've never been here. I know, I'm weird. 53, never been to D.C. That's kind of scary and strange and sad. But anyway, it's beautiful, y'all. Look, and the cherry blossoms they're starting to come off the trees, but they're still beautiful. Got a lot of stranger danger around here, sorry. Look at that. It's amazing. Hey.
Hey. Hola.
Oh, I think this is my favorite part so far. Look. It's called the Floral Library. Oh, they're so pretty. Hey guys, we're actually on the outskirts of DC at Arlington, and this is Met Park, and I thought it was just the cutest little park. Look at the little doggies over there. They're so cute, but it's really cute. We thought we'd come walk somewhere to eat downtown, and it's just so pretty here in a different way, an urban beauty. I like it. It's different. We've had a full day. Can't wait for you guys to see and follow along. Yeah. We're doing some urban miles. Yay. This is our new friend, Bird. Bird came over here hungry. We were just discussing that we were hungry too, and that we had no food. I think it kind of made him mad because he squawked. Now he's walking away. I don't blame them.
Hey there.
Hey!
How's everybody doing today?
So as you can tell from the video, we've been a little busy beavers. We've been urban walking or hiking, however you want to call it. But no, as you could see, we went to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, neither one of us had ever been, believe it or not. So, we kind of stepped out and had that adventure.
Step out.
Yeah, if somebody could be a fly on the wall to see us try to maneuver the metro.
Y'all, I'm not kidding. That was an adventure. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun. We enjoyed it. But it was hilarious because, first of all, GPS sucks. I mean, when you're in a metro area, and even in smaller cities, half the time, you know how GPS is. It'll direct you just crazy places. And being from the mountains, we've seen GPS do some nuts things. I mean, really. But it took the cake with some of the things it had us doing or going and everything, because we were trying to use it to direct us through the cities and stuff like that, walking. Because it was easier. If any of you have ever been to Washington, you know, but if you haven't, just in case, I mean, it's easier to park your car somewhere securely and just get the metro and go into town. You don't have to worry about parking because everything's one-way streets and you can't park here. And the entire town of Washington, D.C., or metro area of Washington, D.C., including the outskirts, are all under construction in one way, shape, or form. So everything's either shut down or one way or whatever. So it just was much easier to get a metro from our hotel. So
well, we thought.
Well, it was. It was.
Yeah. So we stayed at the at Pentagon City, and
yeah, it was
so we
sweet.
stayed there.
Yeah, we
really
stayed
nice
literally. It was across the street from the Pentagon.
Yeah, there was a lot of good restaurants around there. We went and did some walking around there and ate at some good places around there.
Yeah.
And like I said, the first day we got there, we really didn't know where we were going or what we were doing. We had set our GPS for Washington, D.C., and next thing I know, we say turn here, turn there. Next thing I know, we're in a mobile parking area. So we'll just pay for here and see where we're at. We just happened to be right at the start of the National Mall, and that was kind of, so. We spent about 3 hours the first day that evening just walking around and taking in some of the sights there, and then just kind of mapping out what we want to do the next day. And first day was really informative as far as what we needed to do. So then we went back, and the next morning is when we experienced the metro. And it was a really good experience once we figured out exactly how the process works.
Right, and the great thing though is we were walking. We wanted to walk from our hotel to get to the metro, and we were wanting to take the one at the Pentagon. Part of the Pentagon was blocked off and being worked on, and all around it was that way for pretty much everything. The road and the walk there, you had to walk the road. So we did figure out it was easier just to thank goodness a lot of the streets are grid form. So we were able to just walk over and be at a safer place, because the first place it tried to take us was not a safe area as far as just crossing the street because there wasn't a sidewalk. So we got to the Pentagon, and we were standing there looking at the Pentagon going, we can't get in there. We don't have security clearance for this. We really didn't have a clue how to do this. And all of a sudden this woman, she was in fatigues, and she was going to work, she said. She turns around and she goes, are y'all lost? Y'all need some help? And we were like, yes, if you don't mind. And she literally said, I'm not going to leave y'all just to not know where you're going. They got all this messed up. There's no way you'll find it. So she literally walked us all the way to where the metro was, because, like I said, everything was under construction. She was the sweetest young woman. I wish I could remember her name, but she was our angel at that moment. I mean, she was just so sweet. Absolutely. And she worked at the Pentagon. Like I said, she was in fatigue, so she was in a branch of military, and she was just so sweet. And she walked us all the way there to make sure that we got where we needed to go. But once we got there and everything, that was an adventure trying to figure out how to get tickets and all that stuff. But anyway, but we finally got on the metro. That was a lot of fun. We'd never done anything like that. I mean, we're both 53 years old, and we've never done anything like that. So Yeah, I know it's crazy, but we haven't. This was this is why we wanted to do this. This is why we wanted to do this adventure, because there's so many things that we're just hours away from that we've never experienced, and we're like, why? Why are we sitting back doing these jobs and stuff and not adventuring? So this is one of the reasons we did this.
Yeah, and these were things we had planned on experiencing while we were on the trail, and then, like I said, we have to. We're taking a break from that for right now, and we'll probably eventually make it back out there. But as for now, we decided just to start, doing some things that are around here that we haven't really experienced. So,
right. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So we probably walked about 20 miles yesterday.
Yesterday we walked 11. The day before we walked I think it was 9. And whew, the body does not like walking on the urban streets, but you know what? It was worth it. I mean, yeah, it was so worth it. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. There's a lot of things we didn't get to see. One thing that obviously I didn't put in there because of reasons you just don't take pictures in is the Holocaust Museum. That was just, I don't know, there's no words. If you haven't been to the Holocaust Museum in Washington and you get the chance, I highly suggest it. We didn't even get to see the big bulk of it. We saw so much of the other of it, and we were still there for like 2 hours or so. And it was just, it was amazing.
Another thing I will let everybody know, because I don't really know, everybody I talk to says, oh yeah, you can go to these exhibits, you can go to these places, they don't cost anything, which is true. But the reality is, some of the things we didn't get to do just simply because, even though they're free, you have to go and actually request tickets.
Yeah.
So they can monitor how many people goes in and out. So unfortunately, we didn't get to do things like go on top of the Washington Monument, because you have to actually either do it 30 days in advance.
Yeah.
And they have limited tickets. You could have showed up at 8:45 and took a chance of maybe getting a same day pass. And then the same thing with White House tours, the unknown soldier tours.
Yeah, now the White House tours, like he was saying, some people were saying, I heard them talking when we were walking by, there was lines wrapped around that it took up to 2 weeks sometimes to even get in there. So yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that if I had thought about it, I probably would have planned so we could have gotten some of those things in the way. So if you plan on going, just keep in mind everything is free, but you do have to reserve your tickets to do the majority of the things there. So. Yeah, absolutely. But I'll tell you what, even though we didn't get to do certain things, oh my gosh.
There's still plenty to do. I mean,
there was still so much to do, and we walked everywhere. And being quite honest with you, we loved the architecture of the buildings, just the history, the age. It was amazing. I mean, just to be there and think about just the history of our country and everything there. And everything also on a grand scale was so different than what we'd always had pictured in our mind, what we'd seen on TV, what we'd heard about. It's not that it was, not good. It was just on a different scale of what we were thinking. Like, for example, the White House. I always pictured the White House being this enormous, Biltmore estates kind of, but it's not as big as I thought. When we got there, I was like, wait a minute, is that really the White House? Because it just didn't look the same. It did, but it didn't. I mean, little things like that. I mean, it sounds stupid, but hopefully if you haven't been, you'll get the chance to go. I really hope you do, because it was definitely a great experience. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was just a beautiful town. I mean, and honestly, we stayed in Arlington, and like he said, which is the Pentagon city is in Arlington, so it's like a city in a city. We were right there at the cusp of everything, but the fact that we looked out our hotel window and there was the Pentagon across the street from us, that was wild to us. We were just like, because I don't know, it's just things like that. And then driving and stuff around, leaving Washington today, it was just wild to see things that Quantico and all that we passed signs for, and I'm going, oh my God. I mean, just things that we'd always heard about but never seen, and to think that it was only just up the road from us, basically. I mean, we were only, what, 8 hours? Was it 7 or 8 hours from, if that far? I don't know. From Asheville, from where we live. Like just to think that was so close, because that's not far. It's not. To think it was that close just blew our minds, you know. But we've got more coming. We absolutely enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy the video of it. Like I said, we didn't get to do a lot of what we wanted to, but the things that we did do, we really enjoyed. But we now are on a different adventure. We decided to take off from there and go some other places we'd never been. So that's what we're doing, and we'll video as we're going on that too. I hope you like it too. So
yeah, so stay tuned, see where we're at next.
Yeah, stay tuned. The adventure continues. As you can tell, we're still moving along. But yeah, so I hope you guys like it, and just let us know in the comments if you got any questions, and we'll get back with you. But thanks for following. Keep watching. Who knows where we'll be next. See ya.